You lose your best hours to tiny interruptions and false starts, and that leak costs you months of progress and opportunities you never finish. The silence protocol closes that leak by converting scattered attention into scheduled 1-hour blocks of uninterrupted high-value work using environmental engineering, precise breathing, and reward timing. In 90 seconds, you will change your chemistry. In 3 minutes, you will lock the environment, and in 1 hour, you will deliver measurable output. Diagnose the problem in 10 seconds by answering 3 quick yes or no signals. Can you start a task and not check your phone for 30 minutes? Do you finish at least one meaningful outcome daily? And can you list the one highest leverage task for today without pausing to think? Any no shows a porous attention system that the silence protocol will seal. The mechanism is simple and science-backed. The brain uses context, arousal, and reward timing to choose actions. Constant novelty hijacks dopamine and drags your attention towards shallow stimuli. The silence protocol interrupts novelty, creates a sealed context, and reassigns reward expectation onto completion. Install the protocol now. Step 1. The 90-second physiological cutoff. Trigger soon as you sit to begin your hour. Action. Perform a controlled breathing reset and a sensory marker. Sit upright, breathe out for 6 seconds, hold 2 seconds, inhale for 6 seconds, repeat once. Immediately after the second inhale, press the pads of your thumbs together for 3 seconds or splash cold water on your face. Why the breath lowers sympathetic arousal while the sensory marker creates a distinct boundary your brain remembers. Success cue. Your breathing feels slower and your hands steady. Do this now. Perform the 90-second breathing reset and a 3-second sensory marker for 90 seconds to interrupt novelty and mark a new work state. Step 2. The focus lock. Trigger directly after the physiological cutoff. Action. Create a sealed physical and digital context. On your desk, leave only 3 items. A paper note with the single task sentence, a pen, and water. Close every browser tab except the one resource you need. Mute system notifications and enable focus mode. Rename the active file or tab to the exact task sentence so the top bar reads your mission. Why physical minimalism reduces sensory inputs and a single labeled tab reduces cognitive friction that invites switching. Success cue. You sit with 1 document, 3 objects, and no badges or chimes. Do this now. Clear your desk to 3 items, close tabs to 1, and enable focus mode for 3 minutes to create a sealed work context. Step 3. The 1-hour time anchor with micro checkpoints. Trigger once focus lock is set. Action. Set a visible timer for 60 minutes and break the hour into 3 checkpoints at minute 20 and minute 40. Work on the single task without switching. At each checkpoint, pause for exactly 15 seconds. Stand, take 3 full breaths, and write 1 metric on the note such as words produced or problem solved. Promise a micro reward after the last checkpoint and only then. Why? Timed checkpoints provide predictable reinforcement windows that retrain dopamine toward completion. Success cue. You hit checkpoint 1 and 2 and record 2 metrics before taking reward. Do this now. Start a 60-minute timer with checkpoints at 20 and 40 minutes for 60 minutes to create a reward schedule tied to progress. Step 4. The reward pulse and logging. Trigger when the hour ends. Action. Take a fixed 30 to 90-second micro reward that you planned before starting. Then record a single-line log with 3 values: minutes focused, checkpoint success count, and focus score from 1 to 5. If your score is below 3, shorten the next block to 30 minutes. If 4 or 5, schedule another full block after a 10-minute active break. Why? Immediate reward followed by concise feedback trains expectation and accelerates habit creation. Success cue, a 1-line entry and a clear decision for the next block. Do this now. Take a planned 30 to 90-second reward and log minutes, checkpoints, and focus score for 90 seconds to reinforce completion and calibrate the next block. 2 stress tests that preserve the lock. Stress test 1, external interruption. Survival action, acknowledge the interruption. Perform a 30-second micro reset of breathing and a single finger tap on the desk, then resume within 30 seconds without restarting the timer. This resumption preserves reward expectation and prevents devaluation of the block. Do this now. Practice a 30-second micro reset and resume within 30 seconds for 60 seconds to maintain momentum when interrupted. Stress test 2, internal novelty cravings. Survival action, label the urge aloud as novelty. Write a single sticky note line describing it. Place the note face down and do not open it until the block ends. Externalizing the urge reduces its emotional pull and offloads working memory. Do this now. When an urge appears, write it on a sticky note and continue for 60 seconds to diffuse internal distraction and remain focused. Measurement and feedback must stay minimal and actionable. Use the daily silence scorecard with 1 line per day, formatted as H vertical bar, M vertical bar, C vertical bar, S, where H is hours of sealed focus, M is total minutes focused, C is checkpoint success percent, and S is average focus score. Example entry: 2 vertical bar, 120 vertical bar, 92% vertical bar, 4.1. Update at the end of each day and review weekly. Your goal: increase total minutes focused by 15% week over week, or raise average focus score by 0.3. If metrics stall, tighten physical or digital locks before lengthening blocks. Maintain and scale with a compressed 30-second variant for busy windows. Compressed sequence: exhale fully once, name the single task aloud, close all tabs except one, mute notifications, and start a 25-minute timer. That 30-second ritual recreates core context cues swiftly. Do this now. Perform the 30-second compressed ritual for 30 seconds to trigger reliable focus when time is limited. Scaling to larger projects uses chaining. Chain 2 to 4 sealed hours over consecutive days and use 1 synthesis hour for consolidation. Reserve the first block of each week for the highest leverage initiation task and protect it with the strongest physical lock. Practical experiments you can run today. Experiment 1, a deliverable due next week. Run 1 full silence protocol hour aimed at creating the task skeleton. Record checkpoint metrics and your focus score. If your score improves, repeat tomorrow and chain a second hour for completion. Experiment 2, a meeting redesign. Ask participants to apply a 30-second compressed ritual at the meeting start. Set a single 50-minute agenda item and measure time to decision versus your usual meeting length. Neuroscience explained plainly and briefly. The hippocampus and prefrontal cortex use context as a cue for prioritized action. Novelty creates prediction errors and redirects dopamine to smaller stimuli. The silence protocol interrupts novelty and reassigns reward timing to task completion using breathing, sensory anchors, sealed context, timed checkpoints, and immediate rewards. Final tactical checklist for immediate execution. Perform the 90-second physiological cutoff. Build the focus lock with 3 items in 1 labeled tab. Start a 60-minute block with checkpoints at 20 and 40 minutes and promise a 30 to 90-second reward after completion. Log 1-line metrics and decide the next block. Do this now. Execute a full silence protocol hour for 60 minutes to convert a scattered morning into a sealed production hour. The long-term advantage is simple and decisive. When you control context, attention becomes an engineering problem rather than a moral failing. The silence protocol turns hours into compound assets by making deep work inevitable and repeatable. Subscribe to Success Code to collect the next structural protocols that multiply the gains from this one and to build an arsenal of mental engineering moves that make your attention irreversible.